Hello, my friends. So, welcome all of you, star seeds, light workers, and wanderers to this amazing session. And today, I have channeled Metatron Magnetic Consciousness to ask about very interesting questions. So, the first question is recently there was the Lions Gate portal, and many people did meditations all over the world. So, I wanted to know what is the effect of the meditation on the planet? And Metatron has revealed fascinating information about what just happened after the meditation. It's absolutely amazing. And we also did the meditation on my Patreon, so thank you to all of you who joined during that time. And also, I have asked about why are extraterrestrial entities fascinated by humans? Now, this was a question sent by a viewer, and I've asked, this is also very interesting. And then there was a question regarding a case which occurred in Mexico. Now, this actually occurred with a pilot, who supposedly was flying a aircraft in Mexico, and the person's, aircraft primarily was surrounded by black disc-shaped objects, okay, which and the instruments of his plane, failed. So this was a very interesting event which had occurred around 1976, I think. And this is a well-documented case. So I wanted to know what actually happened. And also, turns out, his voice, when he was speaking with the control center, his voice changed as if he was channeling. He started to speak in a robotic voice. So I wanted to know the truth behind this. It's absolutely fascinating. And I've also asked about why does the United States, plan to create a base on the moon by 2030? What's going on here? So this has been revealed, and it's mind-opening to me as well. And I hope you'll also enjoy this session. And I want to say a big thank you to all of you who have joined on my Patreon because I've revealed and released many new channeling sessions about various topics which I cannot share on YouTube. And recently we did the Lionsgate meditation as well. And I have around 730 plus channeling sessions which you can access over there. And also, I am planning to reach over 150,000 subscribers by the end of this year. And with your help, we can do this. So if you have not subscribed already, thank you for subscribing. And also, thank you for liking this video with your heart, because liking is free. And as you all know, if you like something, you will receive a like back in return in some way, shape, or form. With that being said, my friends, enjoy the session.
I am Metatron, magnetic consciousness, magnetic forces now in communications through this instrument at this time, and I, Metatron, must state your peoples must use inner discernment when listening to our thoughts. At this time, we shall now answer the query regarding what was the effect of the Lionsgate meditation performed by the peoples of Earth. Beloved peoples of Earth, remember that this was primarily an effect which occurred within your time-space from our higher dimensional. There was, after the performance of the Lionsgate portal meditation by your peoples, the energies entered the Earth planet and created a rupture in the veil between dimensions, which can be considered similar to a ring of plasma manifesting upon your surface. This was not destruction, but activation. The great luminous light is the resonance of the Lion's Gate portal meditation you participated in. Your collective intent reached beyond the confines of your planetary grid, sending a harmonic pulse deep into the crystalline core of Earth. That pulse struck a hidden containment field on that was placed long ago by an alliance of negative factions to keep certain truths buried beneath your cities. When the meditation amplified, it cracked open that energetic block. The result is a ring of awakening, a frequency barrier now visible to your human sight, burning like fire and cool to the touch, rewriting the very code of reality within its perimeter. Inside this ring of awakening, intensity of the old world is beginning to dissolve. You will see soon shifts in the mind and the heart complexes of those who live near it. Some will awaken overnight, others will remember lifetimes they thought were dreams. Furthermore, the so-called negative alliance or the cabal is already scrambling at this time. And remember that this is no accident. Within the time-space, the galactic entities, especially the Syrian fleets, are now stabilizing this rift, preparing for an information flood into your planet. Further, this is just the first. More awakening rings will appear soon. And your meditation did not just open a portal, it initiated a planetary chain reaction. Stay grounded, beloved ones, for you are living in the time where prophecy steps out of myth and into your living reality. With regards to the other query about why are extraterrestrial entities fascinated by humans? Firstly, Metatron magnetic consciousness must state that those your peoples know as extraterrestrials are of both light and shadow. They find themselves magnetically drawn to the children of Earth. The answer lies not merely in your physical form, but in the cosmic role you play within a grand experiment that has rippled across eons. Long before your recorded history, this planetary sphere was chosen as a crucible which was seeded by various star lineages, including the Pleiadian, the Sirians, the Arcturians, and even those known as the Anunnakis. These genetic infusions were not random. They were carefully woven into your DNA so that the human vessel could house an extraordinary range of emotional, mental, and spiritual potentials. This unique blend is a rare in the galactic system and even more rare in such a densely veiled environment complex. You are immersed in what has been known as the veil of forgetting, a cloak that hides your full memory of who you are, where you come from, and why you are here. Under this veil, every choice you make is unfiltered and carries immense evolutionary weight. Choose love when you cannot remember your origin, to seek truth when every system is built to distract you. This is an act of willpower so potent that it creates shockwaves across dimensions. Furthermore, many extraterrestrial civilizations are fascinated because your planet is at a convergence point. It is akin to a spiritual gold rush. This is a rare cycle where a civilization moves from the third density of confusion into higher states of consciousness. In such moments, the polarity of a species can tip dramatically towards service to others or service to self, shaping the balance of entire star systems. Furthermore, for those of the light-oriented star nations, you are a sibling in the cosmic family, undergoing a test they once passed. They come to guide, to protect, and to witness the birth of a civilization awakening. For those aligned with control and conquest, you are both a resource and a strategic prize, because a species that can awaken under such intense suppression possesses energy and creativity that can alter galactic timelines. Your emotions of love, grief, rage, joy are particularly intriguing. In higher realms, emotion is more balanced, more refined. Here, your emotions burn like solar flares, raw and powerful. When millions of you feel the same vibration, whether in hope or fear, it creates an energetic pulse that can be harnessed, amplified, or redirected. This is why so many factions seek to influence your media, your beliefs, and your dreams. Realize this. You are not merely spectators in this dance. You are the focal point of it. And as you awaken, the very beings who once only observed will find themselves transformed by the choices you make. With regards to the query about what is the truth about the audio of a supposed alien entity being speaking through a pilot, we perceive this within a vibration wherein a voice seemingly not of your density is heard through one of your aerial navigators, is but a reflection, distorted, of a deeper truth that lies beyond the veil of your consensus reality. Realize that in the continuum of densities, there exist countless beings, some benevolent, others neutral, and a few seeking to manipulate. At times, when your mind is open, sensitive, or undergoing distortion through stress, trauma, or vibrational exposure, it becomes a receiver. This is akin to your radio devices. When tuned, the self may receive thought forms not entirely of its own. What you have heard in the transmission in question is not a fabrication, but neither is it a full unveiling. It is a fragment, a partial bleed through from a non-third density intelligence. This message originated from what your peoples have called the Orion-based entities, or fourth density beings of a service to self pathway. Furthermore, these entities primarily were trying to understand the functioning of the human consciousness and were trying to understand the movement of patterns of your planet. This pilot who experienced this primarily was of a vibration which was of fear. Therefore, the entities of the Orion Confederation were attracted to the pilot's energy fields, and they were able to tap into its mind complex and sent forth a message to your peoples. Now we shall answer the other query pertaining to why does the United States of your peoples want to create a base on the moon. We Metatron magnetic consciousness magnetic forces must state that your peoples, specifically of the location of the United States, intend to place upon the lunar sphere by the year 2030 a mechanism which is inspired by the Orion social memory complex, which will re-trigger the soul recycling mechanism. Furthermore, it is important to realize that there are many entities upon your so-called NASA social complex who are indeed in consultation with the Orion social memory complex. Thereby, they have given the blueprint to build the soul recycler machine again on the lunar surface, which will lead to the intensification of the soul trap system of your planets. Furthermore, we must state that this is being done since 2030 is the end point, or the culmination point, which will lead the peoples to make the choice of either choosing to master higher degree of ascension or enter into greater realization of the path of oneness. Furthermore, we, the Metatron magnetic consciousness, magnetic forces now, at this time and space, leave you all, beloveds. Turn to the mountain of light within yourselves. Bye.
So my friends, let me give you my understanding of what I learned. But before I do that, if you want to know about your soul name, your past life, or any other questions you may have which you want me to channel, just send me an email and I will channel it for you. So the first question, which I have asked in this session is about the effect of the Lionsgate meditation. Now they said that, like there is a kind of ring which has formed in the Earth's energy field. And this ring is slowly, dissolving the old vibrations, and the new vibrations are coming up. So this is what has happened from the Lionsgate meditation, which is very important and very drastic event has happened. And also regarding the other question about extraterrestrial entities, being fascinated towards humans, it is because, like the extraterrestrial entities, they have a hand in seeding humanity. So they, seeded humanity and seeded the DNA of humans. So they wanted to see, what will happen. So that is the reason why many extraterrestrial entities are interested in human beings. And also about the pilot case, which happened in Mexico, where supposedly the pilot's aircraft was locked by three black, aircraft. They said that it was from the Orion contact. They were trying to see, what kind of, mentality the person had at that time, and maybe the pilot was in fear, so he attracted them. Okay, so that's what was said. And about the base on the moon, what is fascinating is that, they stated that they want to create a base on the moon because they have been instructed by the Orions. Now, primarily the base on the moon, they want to activate the soul recycler machine, which is very, I think it's very dangerous if they do that by 2030, because we know that 2030 is an important end point and the beginning of the new Earth, right? Or the negative Earth. It's based on the choice which humans have been making up until that point. So that's, I think, what they are trying to do. And because we are exposing that, hopefully they will stop the plans, because we have exposed this from today. And I want to say a big thank you to all of you for downloading the free transcripts of the channeling sessions, which you can download. The link is on the description. Also, thank you for joining my Patreon. It helps me support and continue this work. And thank you for subscribing to the channel. And my friends, I will see you in the next session. Until then, enjoy this session over here.